A good day, everybody. Got some clouds today. It's supposed to rain here soon. Had a couple nice days of sunshine though. Before that, it was a lot of rain. It's been putting things on hold a lot. But I have finally got the engine cover done. Just need to weld on the lid and the hinges. Hinges in the lid. I'm gonna seam seal all these edges so I don't have to worry about fumes or smells or whatever getting in. Gonna paint, put on some insulation on the inside. And that's a pretty decent looking engine cover if I do say so myself. Pretty happy with it. A lot of work. I always picture these projects in my head and they seem like oh, I can whip that out in just a few days, but that was a little more work than I was thinking. But it's going to be worth it. Had to be done. It's going to be the last complicated metalworking project on the RV. I still got the bed to make, but that should be pretty straightforward. Pretty easy thing to make. Got all that steel ready. Got this 1.5 inch square tube, 1/8 inch thick. Lots of it. Should be plenty to get that bed done. Get some extra flat bar left over from doing this. Used a bunch on the top of this lid to reinforce it, just in case I want to, I don't know. It's not strong enough to stand on, but it should be strong enough to sit. If I want to set like a boob tube on there and do some retro gaming. Oh, I can't wait to be back in my RV. Yeah, square tube for the flat bed. It's going to be just a framework for holding some boards or plywood or something. The original plan was to come all the way up here, but now I think I'm just going to run a bar right about here across the front of the tires for a place to mount or build. Actually, I'm probably just going to build some wheel wells. Don't think I want to reuse those. I think it'll look a lot better and be a lot stronger, and I think I have enough steel to do it. Just build some, kind of match the front fenders. So bar, 2 bars down the middle. Bar. Across these. I'll run some lengthwise, and they'll give me framework to do to mount the wood. Or maybe I'll go weigh it and see if I can get away with adding some diamond plate steel. That'd be sweet. Steel all around. I wouldn't mind getting some weight behind the tires, but then again, I gotta, probably, I don't know. Yeah, by the time I get to the bed, this should be licensed and roadworthy. Turn signals, ready to go. So, once I'm done with all that, well, I might make the framework and just get the framework on there. Then I can go down and load up some plywood, strap it down, use patches to get a load of supplies for once, and then use that to build out the rest of the bed. But anyway, at some point I'm going to go weigh her and see if I can add, because that'd be nice. I'd prefer some nice chunky steel diamond plate, but if not, if we're close, then I might just go with some plywood or boards of some kind. I'm not too sure what I'm doing, but either way, simple framework, easy to do. I look forward to getting this engine cover done. I'm a little worn out on the metalworking. Ollie S, John Paul W, and Eric C. Thank you guys so much for your continued support of the channel. Thank you, members, for your support, and VIP members for your extra support. I really appreciate you guys. I've been wanting to do a members live stream for a while now. I've kind of not been in the mood for chatting. I've been a little stressed with this project I started. I have a bad habit of thinking about everything all at once. The engine cover. I really want to get that front cap on. What do I got to do next for that front cap? I got to paint. Oh, I got some more cans of the undercoating, the professional stuff. So it's thicker. It's better for sound deadening. So I can do some more painting up under the wheel wells in the front. Got lots lined up. Just gotta finish this engine cover. All the delays seem to work out too, because we got out of the real cold weather, so I can paint it without having to worry about the cold weather messing with the paint. It's actually quite nice out right now. So we are supposed to be getting rain soon, so I've brought things in, but I think it'll be just a couple days, and then I can bring it back out and get those hinges welded on. Seam seal it, paint it, drill some holes, bolt it in, add some seals. Almost done with that. So yeah, live stream at some point though, so stay tuned for that, members. Just let me get caught up on a few things and caught up on a little sleep. And yeah, we'll do a live stream. Chit chat with you guys a little more. It's always fun doing the live streams. All right, everybody, that's finally done. Turned out good. I like it. That is one sweet engine cover. But boy, I am glad that's over with. That was a little more involved. Took a little more time than I imagined it would. Just needs to be painted, slap it in, then I will get on with that front cap. Maybe a couple other things. Maybe not. I think I'll just make the next priority this front cap. We'll call it good on that rebuild video. It's taking too long on this. I thought I could get a whole bunch of things done in this video, but I gotta upload or bills don't get paid, so don't think I'm gonna try doing that anymore. I just didn't feel like making a video for each little thing I do. So engine cover, I fixed my tilt lever on the steering column, and then we'll put the front cap on. Weld in the mud flaps. We'll trim the edge so it's not hanging way over. And the other side, we'll trim that a little bit too, because that's crooked. I need to put it on. Need the weather to dry out so I can paint that engine cover and weld. So, coming along though, slowly but surely. Weather just needs to get nice. I need less crappy weather, please. It's actually beautiful out. I just can't do much in this raininess. It's holding off right now, but it's gonna rain soon. Anyway, something else I thought I would add in this video is a little discussion about the future property, the future home base. Base camp, I think, is a better description of it, because Patches will be the home, and then we'll have ourselves a little base camp to stop and do repairs, take a break. I did a lot. I started searching for land in Oregon, even though I really want to get out of the West Coast due to their high taxes and other horrible policies, laws, whatever, bans on certain things that should not be banned. But I found some land just as cheap as Arizona. Arizona's got really cheap land. I was looking in West Virginia, but it's just too expensive out there. I don't think I can do it. anytime soon, and I would like to not wait, like 5 years or so to save up the money for land in West Virginia. It's kind of like Montana. I wanted to go to Montana at one point, but there's no small parcels out there, nothing cheap, and West Virginia is a bit better. We're looking at a real paradise out in West Virginia for about $5,000 down and $800 a month. I could get a little piece of paradise. It's so beautiful. I'd give anything to get that land, but it's just, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Maybe I'll hit the road and we'll just go back to doing what I used to do and see if I can save up enough to make it happen sooner rather than later. But looking at parcels in Oregon, I started thinking I could make that happen very soon. So I found one with 0 down payment. I think it was like about $200 to $300 a month. I can't remember exactly. It was like $230 or $298 a month. Either way, doable. That's something I could manage. That could happen quick. And the land out there is beautiful. It's Southern Oregon, out in the middle of nowhere, and I'm really tempted to get some land in Oregon if I could just ignore the things about this place that really bug me, which I don't know if I can. I love our Constitution, our rights, and I can't stand the states that are infringing upon them. So, I don't know. Started thinking if I'm going to get cheap land in Oregon, maybe I could just make the push for Arizona. And go back to that idea. Because the land there is really cheap. I could get away from this rain, be a little more productive when I work on this RV, or work on anything. The truck needs some work. I'd like to buy up all the used cars that I find that I love, fix them up and sell them. Also got a lot of other RVers down there in Arizona. Arizona's a real RV friendly place, so I'm drawn to it by that as well. Could find a lot of work down there if I wanted to start doing RV repairs for people. That's kind of a old dream of mine. I think that'd be really fun to go around and help out people down there that are also in the RV living life. Learned a lot on that RV just by tearing it down and living in it for 7 years, and figured out all the quirks and problems and issues that these RVs come with. And my background with apartment maintenance, got 5 years of apartment maintenance experience. I think it'd be really good at helping other RVers out, doing repairs and things like that. I think anyway, so my idea with getting Oregon land, I don't want to become an Oregon resident. It would just be a remote property to come visit that I got for really cheap. And I'll just be I'll just have land in Oregon. And the idea is that it would be a starter property. I'll get the land, save up money, and then I'll branch out from there and get land in West Virginia or maybe somewhere else that has good politics. A state that respects our Constitution and doesn't infringe upon it. I started thinking about the distance and gas prices, the time it takes to get to these properties. If I got a starter property in Oregon, it would take me 5 hours to get down there and about $160 in gas. Arizona, that's a one-day trip. I could do that in one day. Arizona is 22 hours away and about $700 in gas. $650 to $700 was the estimate that I figured out, and so that's a big push. That's $700 just in gas, and that's like a 2 to 3 day trip with breaks. 22 hours to get there, $700 in gas, and then there's Arkansas. I think I've fallen in love with Arkansas. Lots of sunshine. My bamboo will do good out there. I have this dream of having a little bamboo paradise. I want my bamboo to do good outside, even if it stays potted at first. I'm not going to put it in the ground until I can afford the bamboo barriers. I don't want it going into neighbors' houses and stuff. And the land there is just as cheap as Arizona. I got lots of small parcels, owner financed, $100 down in some places. I'm trying to find something 5 acres, around 5 acres. That's kind of expensive. Arizona, I could find that no problem. $100 down, $100 a month. Arizona's got crazy good land deals. So I'm torn between those 3 places. Oregon, I can make it happen. It's right here. 1-day trip. But I don't want to be in a state where I'm going to be stressed out about the policies or politics or laws being pushed through by corrupt politicians. I feel like I would fail a mission of mine. A mission that is to get out of the West Coast and take my business elsewhere. Got a spotted towhee behind me. Make those funny chirps. So yeah, Oregon might not happen. Really good chance that Oregon's not going to happen. But I've been thinking about it. Arizona is probably the likely candidate. Because it's a bit closer than Arkansas. But I'm really going to try and push for Arkansas. Arkansas looks good. So that's a little update on what I am planning for the future land, for the future property, the base camp. And it's probably, it's way too soon to be thinking about it. I just be planning all that. Just wanted to give a little update on what I'm thinking. Oregon, maybe. Arizona, probably. But I really want to push for Arkansas. I've learned a lot about all these states in my downtime doing research. And West Virginia, hopefully. I'm sure that property I'm looking at is going to be sold by the time I'm ready to do that. I mean, it'll be a long, I don't know how long, but it'll be a while before I can get to the point to where I can put the down payment I need into a place in West Virginia. But we'll see. If I lose that property, I'm going to be probably just focusing more on Arkansas as my top choice. Arizona is probably the smart choice since it's so cheap. Get me started right away. Lots of RV, big RV community down there. Anyway, let me know what you guys think. But that's what's going through my mind about the future base camp for Class A living. I'm gonna get back. There's a couple things inside that I could do on this RV, so I can get back at it. Wait for this wet weather to dry out. So, thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video. RV rebuild coming up soon. It's going a little slow on this one, so be patient with me. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.